Time Matthew Talking Podcast. And we're back, and we're here to talk to you about the RodeCaster Pro. I'm Ty.
I'm Matt. You want to do this part?
This. We're sales engineers here as well as podcasters. We have our own podcast that we do together.
Lunch Break Nerd Brawl.
We're going to talk about the RodeCaster Pro and some of its really cool features. They actually did update it recently, so there's some new features. So if you've seen some videos in the past, this is new, and there's some exciting stuff.
It's a great piece to get going for you if you're looking to get started in podcasting. This is a easy to use but pro quality level piece of gear that there's a lot of even big names like the BBC are using this in a lot of their podcast studios. So this has become a very, it's true. I am not making that up, Ty.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay. Don't Google it, though, just in case. One of the best things about this, it is a very high-quality created piece of gear, so it's durable. It's have some portability in mind when it was created, so it does require a constant power supply going to it. It's not battery-powered, but it is something that you can easily put in a backpack, put in a bag, take along with you if you're doing mobile interviews or different location recording for your podcast. It's a great piece of gear for that.
It does have 4 high-quality preamps built in for the microphones. It does have some processing built in. Right now, we're not going through that.
It's also got 4 headphone preamps built into it as well, which is very beneficial. So that way everybody can be hearing what you're recording as you're recording it, which is always nice to know what you sound like.
Which we're not doing now. But we could.
We could.
If we want.
It's very true.
What's next?
So there's multiple digital connections for you if you're doing any kind of phone call interview or whatever. No, there's multiple digital connections you can not. What is wrong with me?
There's several ways that you can take phones on the... I tried helping.
You can take phones. There's lots of digital connections available on this unit. So if you're needing to take phone calls for interviews, there's lots of options for you. There's a USB connection, so you can plug a computer directly into it. There's a TRRS connection, so you can plug in a cell phone. There's even Bluetooth, which is the easiest way that we've ever found. So if somebody were to say, call in right now and try to talk to us while we're in the midst of talking about this piece of gear and I'm rambling on, it would, oh my gosh, what's happening?
Let's take the call. Hey, you're on the RodeCaster Pro podcast.
Video.
Wow. This is Matt and Ty?
This is Matt and Ty. You're the
Hi.
100th caller. Congratulations.
Woo!
What's your favorite animal?
Wow, this is... my favorite animal would have to be a zebra.
A zebra, you say? I like zebras,
Yes.
too.
That's a great choice. Thanks for calling in today.
Well, gotta go.
Talk to you guys later.
So as you can see, taking a phone call is super easy on the RodeCaster Pro. There's multiple ways to do it. What else does this have?
It's a very easy to use piece of gear. We've got a couple of channels right now, multi-tracking, that we're going on to. I'm currently using channel 1. If you need to do any kind of processing changes on that, it's really easy to navigate exactly to where you need to go. You can have your EQ presets you can activate. You've got lots of other options as far as for voice changes. You can adjust your tone, other kinds of settings on there, even a really fancy ducking option. So if you're channel 1 like I am right now and you're having a conversation, it'll automatically duck other channels so I can be heard, which because I'm what I say is most important.
You are most important. So you can overpower me with the power of a button.
That's what my mom always said.
I don't know why she said that, but okay.
But easy to use. It's really simple. When we first got this unit and our hands on it, it literally took us just a couple of minutes to figure out exactly what we needed to do with it. We do have some, again, we're professionals, believe it or not, but it really was easy to use for someone who doesn't have a lot of experience. It's a great piece that really lets you get exactly what you need to get done on it. It's hard to miss, the big red record button going on. You know exactly it's doing what you need it to do.
And it does have presets for all the Rode mics, but then there's also presets for a general condenser or a dynamic. And then there's some advanced settings for processing like de-essing and a big bottom boost if you want to get more low end in your tonal qualities there.
So who doesn't want a big bottom boost? Tell me about these little cool flashy boxes on the side, Ty.
These are preset sounds that you can cue in. You've got a fader right here to adjust the volume. And the sounds, it comes with some built in, but you can record your own. My son actually was playing with it, and he actually figured out how to record his own sounds and added those in. You
What
can
did he
have your own
record?
voice, or he recorded this one right here.
Ooh la la, baby.
It's my favorite.
But there's also sounds that are built in, some nice sound effects that you could use on your podcast, but you can always change it, like I said. But like a nice little drum roll there. I'm pretty sure that's what that was.
Hopefully. One of the cool things about this feature added to the unit is that I know there's certain podcasts who don't want to do a lot of editing in post. They want everything. They want to basically hit record, hit the buttons, and then it's done. This allows you to preload maybe your intro for your podcast. You hit that button, you start your show, you hit your outro button for music, and then it's done. Doesn't require any other additional processing necessary. So, or any kind of DAW editing, which is very convenient, which makes it a really good feature set for people who want to keep it outside of a computer, which also the latest firmware update now allows for 2-channel recording to an SD card, multi-track recording to an SD card, and multi-track recording to your software of choice over USB to a computer.
It's true. So you still can edit it afterwards, cut out parts that you don't want in there, or adjust each channel individually.
Say you have some really long technical difficulties that you don't want to appear on your show, you can easily cut those out with the multi-track feature once you get it onto a computer.
For the headphone outputs, there are 4 on the back and then 1 on the front for if you have an engineer running the sound. You can each have your own headphone feed for that, and they are pretty high powered, so you don't want to crank them all the way up because it can damage your ears.
It's true.
They do have a safety setting, so if this is being used in a classroom, you can put a limiter on there so it doesn't get too loud.
So again, it's a great piece of gear, not only for recording podcasts. It's very feasible to be used for lots of recording applications. Very user friendly, and definitely a recommendation for anybody looking to get into the wide world of podcasting.
Wide world.
Yep.
That's all I have to say about that.
Okay. Well, if you have any other questions regarding the RodeCaster Pro or any other audio gear for your podcast setup, reach out to your sales engineer or leave a comment below.
Thanks.
No ASMR on this one. My favorite animal?
Platypus.
Oh, that's a good choice. Why didn't I go with that one? I was going to say like tiger because I'm bald. They're not okay, bald eagle. Is that what you're expecting me to say?
That's what I was thinking.
That's follicleist.
Or that's sort of
that's a thing.
Aquatic mammal.
Like a manatee?
Like a dolphin.
Dolphins are much more fun than a manatee. That's not a fun one to reference.